Hello everyone, I am Mrudula and today's topic is the muscular system. So let's start to the topic. So the muscular system is an organ system consisting of skeletal, smooth and the cardiac muscle. It permits the movement of body, maintains posture and circulates blood throughout the whole body. The muscular system in vertebrates is controlled by the nervous system, although some muscles can be completely autonomous. Now we see the functions of the muscular system. So there are mainly 5 functions of muscular system. First one is the movement. Skeletal muscles pull on the bones causing movements of joints. Then second one is the support. Muscles of body wall supports the internal organs. Then protection, heat generation and the blood circulation. Human body has more than 600 muscles. Muscles perform many functions in doing everything in day-to-day life. Muscles are classified by 3 different methods based on different factors. First one is the depending upon the presence or absence of striations. Second is the depending upon the control, and third one is the depending on the situation. Now let's see the classification of muscle one by one. So first one is the depending upon the striations. So depending upon the striations, there are 2 types of muscle. First one is the striated muscle and second one is the non-striated muscle. So striated muscle is the muscle which has a large number of cross striations. Skeletal muscles and cardiac muscles belong to this category. Second is the non-striated muscle, which does not have any cross striations, is called as the non-striated muscle. It is called plain muscle or smooth muscle. It is found in the walls of visceral organs. Now the second is the depending upon the control. So depending upon the control, the muscle system is divided into 2 types, that is the voluntary muscle and the second one is the involuntary muscle. So voluntary muscle is the muscle that is controlled by the will. Skeletal muscle are the example of voluntary muscles, and these muscles are innervated by the somatic nerves. The second one is the involuntary muscle. These are the muscles that cannot be controlled by the will, and the example of involuntary muscle is the cardiac muscle and the smooth muscle, and these muscles are innervated by the autonomic nerves. Now the third type is the depending upon the situation. So depending upon the situation, muscles are divided into 3 types, that is skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle and the smooth muscle. Firstly we see the skeletal muscle. So skeletal muscle is situated in association with bones forming the skeletal system. The skeletal muscle forms about 40 to 50% of body mass and are voluntary and striated in nature. These muscles are supplied by the somatic nerves. Fibers of the skeletal muscles are arranged in parallel. In most of the skeletal muscles, muscle fibers are attached to the tendons on either end. Skeletal muscles are anchored to the bones by the tendons. The next muscles are the cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles form the musculature of the heart. These muscles are striated and involuntary. Cardiac muscles are supplied by the autonomic nervous system. Now the smooth muscle. Smooth muscle is situated in association with the viscera. It is also called as the visceral muscle. It is different from skeletal and cardiac muscles because of the absence of striations. Hence the name is smooth muscle. Smooth muscle is supplied by autonomic nerve fibers. Smooth muscles form the main contractile units in various visceral organs. Now we see the structure of muscle. So the first one is the muscle mass. Muscle mass or muscle tissue is made up of a large number of individual muscle cells or the myocytes. The muscle cells are commonly called as the muscle fibers because these cells are long and slender in appearance. The skeletal muscle fibers are multinucleated and are arranged parallel to one another with some connective tissue in between them. Muscle mass is separated from the neighboring tissue by a thick fibrous tissue layer known as the fascia. Beneath the fascia, muscle is covered by a connective tissue called as the epimysium. Then each muscle cell or a muscle fiber is cylindrical in shape, and average length is about 3 cm. It varies between 1 to 4 cm depending upon the length of the muscle. The diameter of the muscle fiber varies from 10 micron to 100 micron. The diameter varies in a single muscle. Muscle fibers are attached to a tough cord of connective tissue called as the tendon. Tendon is in turn attached to the bone. Tendon of some muscles are thin, flat and stretched but tough. Such type of tendon is called as aponeurosis. Each muscle fiber is enclosed by a cell membrane called plasma membrane that lies beneath the endomysium. It is called as the sarcolemma, and the cytoplasm of the muscle is called as the sarcoplasm.